March Madness right now?
From the top.
From the top? Or you want to? I don't want to. I don't know.
It's mad right now. It's madness right now.
It is madness. All right. We're gonna get some house dressing out the way. Welcome back to another week of Uncommon Commentators. I'm Jay. That's Jonah. That's Zoe. We back. We had a fun weekend. I already know what y'all did. I know it was a baseball field weekend for us and March Madness. A little bit of NBA. I watched the tiny bit.
A little bit. The least amount of NBA I've watched in April.
Yeah. I caught a little bit of basketball, but baseball and college since Thursday. Nonstop. Shout out to T-Mobile for the free shit to watch all the baseball. Got us locked in. Listen, the little quad view, I just be like, I don't know. So much going on
Y'all
with the baseball.
Locked in for real.
Locked on. Listen, man, it's so many good players, lineups in baseball right now. Like they're all over the place.
The quad box going, playing the game on my other screen, just kind of.
You got that.
That's life.
You got college basketball. Man, Saturday I had.
Especially if I'm playing MLB The Show, if I'm in an at bat, pitch goes by, see what's going on. Got the headphones on.
Yeah.
I mean, even just listening to it too. Baseball's a good. Even when I'm out, when I'm out now, and if I'm busy, if I got to go do something, go to the grocery store, Twins game on, I'm putting the radio on. I'm chilling.
Easily.
I'm listening to some ball.
Easily. Listen, when I had to leave the house today during the Cubs game, I turned right to the Cubs game on the TV.
Taking a walk,
on the radio.
To baseball.
Yes. I listen to baseball on the radio. Listen, baseball translates so well to radio. So well.
Radio's a good spot. Those day games sometimes.
Yeah, you need to.
Like internships. Just turn it on at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's a good time.
It's easy. Who don't listen to it? I mean, I've listened to Bears on the radio. Football is cool. Basketball is cool, but it ain't nothing like baseball. Like it just gives you an old feeling. That's why baseball's so behind, because everything feels old. Everything. That's why baseball feels.
I was just talking about the game could be so much more fun still. If they wanted to.
No, it could be.
I do like some of those little things, though. There are little things that I don't want them to change like that.
Like what? Give me an example. I might be with you, though. Some things I don't want them to change.
Like keeping some traditional things like that.
Oh, I hear you.
Okay, so here's
I'm not on board. I'll tell you right now, I am not on board with robot umps. I'm not on board with that yet. Are y'all on board with that?
I'm cool with challenging the call.
Yet.
Robot umps, but that's a no.
Yeah, you gotta have to be able to do challenges, but I like
the human aspect a little bit.
Like me too, because I get it. Listen, dudes is gonna miss some shit. I don't even know. Look how fast these guys are throwing. Remember back growing up, it was like 5 guys in baseball that was throwing 100, if that.
Not the whole bullpen.
High 90s. You got 2 guys on each team throwing high 90s, triple digits. These umpires are old as hell. They can't see that shit all. You know how, listen, today watching the Cubs game, it was missing shit early, left and right. Like, it was bad. And I still don't want robots. I still don't want robots. Because robots, I feel like it's just, I don't know, man. It takes the human.
I feel you.
Yeah, take over. We already got so much, but they did good things to speed up the game of baseball, which I love, but.
Big time.
I don't feel like they took away from. Go ahead.
The blocking the plate, blocking the bag rule now. I think that's
a little subjective, but
me too.
It is.
It's
very subjective.
That should have been left off.
The home plate thing, I know they changed it because of Buster Posey got folded
it's easier
backwards.
to tell at home because you got the lines. You got 2 lines there. If they're inside the line, they're hit the ball before, then they can slide over.
So much.
It's easy. But you know how it gets challenges. It's the same thing in the NBA. The conclusive evidence stuff.
For sure.
Challenges can be great in aspect in all sports, but it gets so sometimes it brings more problems than it solves. But
the NBA, I feel like sometimes I remember baseball MLB replay a couple years ago. It was so long, like I felt like you could go to the bathroom and come back, and it would still be trying to figure some shit out. I'd be like, how are y'all trying? You got every angle in the world. What are y'all?
Do you remember when in NFL they used to go into the little tunnel, the little hood?
Yeah, they don't do that no more, do they? What do they do now? What do they do now?
I think they just have a secondary. Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I think that.
And
like,
you know what?
I think
shit
they have
like
a
that
secondary group that looks at
man,
it.
shit like that is fishy, man. Because we don't see what them people are looking at ever. Like when they got to call New York, wherever they got to call, we don't know what the hell they looking at. So I always wondered about that
do
shit.
it quick too.
Yeah, you know what? Quick as hell. Like, oh man, I don't know. Jonah, what's the Twins like? What is y'all record right now? 2-2.
We're 2-1.
2-1.
They lost like 11-1 on Sunday. That was brutal.
Who y'all open up against?
Royals. Hey, Bobby Witt's a problem.
Yes, he is.
He's a problem.
Bobby Witt is an issue.
That's a scary man.
No, he is. No, that's look at it, man. Baseball's end up starting to be like the NBA. Every team got somebody bad, or outside of maybe a few teams.
It's cool to
but
see the
every
young
team
guys
got
get locked
somebody.
up too.
Yes.
I like that a lot of teams are starting to lock up these guys long term because it's like you got a good player, they're going to keep this player around for a long time. They're not just going to get dumped off because the team's bad, because that happens way too much.
Way too much. And you forget the Royals won the World Series in 2015.
Teams.
No, very, very unserious teams.
I still forget to this day the Royals won. I still think they're just a trash
World
franchise.
Series. You remember?
It's just
they lost to the Giants. Then they beat the Mets the next year. It was like now
they were such
almost
an
10 years later.
Team.
Yeah, like 10 years later, they went through a rebuild and now they're kind of back. They're on their way. A lot of people are kind of picking them to win the Central this year because of Bobby Witt.
Just because it's terrible.
Because
it's terrible.
I mean, outside of the Twins.
The Twins still have their issues. Guardians are just cheap. And have a bunch of slap hitters.
The Guardians could have been taking over the whole Central for a decade.
Yeah.
The Tigers gonna get wins because they play the White Sox. Messy.
White Sox they're in a special group.
Yo, the video today where they didn't have the first base coach and they're just looking around like who's going out there. This looks bad.
That is some little league shit. Who's dad supposed to be at first base today? Like type shit.
Right?
Like what? What the
Can somebody's parents step in?
Messed up the schedule.
Bro, that's how it looked like. It's bad over there on the south side, man. I feel bad for them. The White Sox fans that are cool.
I'll make they're cheap too. The food looks like one of the Twitter homies writes for the White Sox. He does like some blogging and stuff, and he got to go to their little food. When they do like the little food showcase and get to try out all the things. So
damn.
They got a brat with like brisket on it that looked fire.
I saw that. I did see that.
And some sort of good sauce. I'm like, hey, some concession improvements, a cheap ticket.
Let me tell you something.
I'll be there twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Let me tell you something. The White Sox aren't
$25
good, but their food is good. Yeah, their food is good.
The food is the reason I go.
Yeah.
Y'all ever been to the little like buffet patio thing that they do before games?
Oh, I have been there years ago. I have not been there like post-COVID. I don't even know. Are they even still doing that since post-COVID?
Yeah, when was it last year, 2 years ago?
Oh, okay.
But decent time. But if they upgraded the food from that, that's a solid move for a cheap ticket.
Yeah, no, that is
baseball.
If it's a nice day too, who cares?
It's always a win. Yeah.
Honestly, I know y'all coming for hoops, but baseball, even if the team is bad, it's still a good outing. Honestly, if you go, the team could be ass, but it can still be a good outing.
You're chilling outside with some friends.
Yeah,
give me a solid 5 to 7 innings. And we can go. I don't care. We losing anyways.
That is what my dilemma is going to be Saturday.
You're going to somewhere. Your next destination is probably just as good. So
yes,
if you're leaving,
that's what I got to do Saturday. We going to the Cubs game Saturday, but I didn't even know we had a wedding to go to at 6:00 on Saturday. So I'm going to the Cubs game.
It's not going to start on time. You straight. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to start on time either. But the Cubs start at 3. I'm thinking I can leave at the 7th inning, right? Maybe 6th inning, probably. I got a feeling Saturday the Cubs get there at. I'm gonna wear my. I'm aware when I'm wearing to the wedding. I'm gonna keep it in the car. That's what I'm gonna do.
I feel you. Yep.
Quick change. You feel me? It's gonna be like 50 degrees outside, but I definitely was like, damn.
It's not like you need to go home and shower and everything too. If it was an 80-degree day,
exactly. It's perfect for that. And it's 50 degrees, no rain. It's gonna be sun. Perfect. I ain't gotta worry about re-showering again. Just change my clothes. Cause I'm like, man, do I gotta sell these tickets? And somebody was like, man, just leave early. I never leave early
unless that the first time Shohei's been to Wrigley.
The Angels was there.
The Angels been at Wrigley.
I don't think so. Yeah, he's played there before.
The Angels been there, but did he play?
I think he
was he hurt? They was here a couple years ago. The Angels were, the Angels always play the White Sox.
I feel like they said something on the broadcast. They might have just been hyping it up. I don't know.
They did say that, and I was like, I thought Shohei came with the Angels when the Angels came. Yeah, me either. I'm like, usually they be on point during the broadcast, but we had to see. But
everyone's getting in the season in the season form right now.
They're right. Everybody is
in the season form. Yeah,
everybody is. So I give him a pass on that. It's Shohei. So we're not used to Shohei coming to Wrigley, so I'll give him a pass. Y'all want to start with March Madness or NBA? Which y'all want to start with?
March Madness.
Madness it is.
The Madness.
We can start with March Madness and get it out the way. So we just finished watching LSU versus Iowa. I don't know what the final score was. I started watching. It was like 90-79 when I started.
It was the foul, free throw, battle, timeout.
At that point, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing about hoops, especially when it's like a playoff game or a championship game. It's like, bro, the lead is 10. Why y'all still fouling?
It's annoying in college basketball too because there's still a chance because
yes, there's still a chance in
people
college
don't
basketball.
make free throws half the time in college basketball.
You start fouling in like 2 minutes in college and you work it. I get it, but if there's 38 seconds left and you down 11,
yeah, please stop.
Come on now, you get one more shot tops.
Yeah, you
get that, and they have 3 timeouts and 2 timeouts on each time.
It
was you can't do it.
Hey, don't have fouls to give either. Do not have fouls.
Oh God, college dudes. Oh man, especially the men's ball. Them guys miss free throws left and right in college basketball. It's crazy. That's why they be in the game still. That's why the fouling actually do work at times. But I don't think no one is surprised that. No, I'm surprised LSU looked like that. It was a bad coaching night for Mulkey for sure. I think because
no adjustments,
0. Why was Flage never on?
And when they did, they came late.
Yeah,
they came really late.
Why? Like, what are you doing?
6 minutes left in the fourth. She finally put her on.
They had Haley Van Lith on Caitlin Wade. I mean, she still did a decent job. She could have had her hand up more often, but it's like, it's hard. It's hard to ask for more sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when she's 6 feet off the perimeter. That's just going to be tough
nothing
for
you
anyone.
can do, man. There's nothing you can
do. They didn't
when
double on screens or anything.
They did not
switch matchups until late.
Blitz, hedge, do something. Make it a little bit difficult.
And I get it. I know some people are probably gonna be like, well, she has really good vision. You can't do this, you can't do that. But listen, you gotta take a chance now. She is murdering you.
You gotta get the ball out of her hands.
From 30 feet away.
Get the ball out of her hands.
Quick. You gotta get the ball out of her hands early. You can't wait for her to set up and see what y'all doing and then come bring a double team. She know what y'all doing now. She knows where everybody is. She knows where you're coming from. She know where the open person is. You gotta when she get to half court, that's when you blitz.
Yep.
You never did. They never did.
Get up. She's hitting from the logo. Step up to the logo.
Why are y'all waiting until she can see everything? Come on, man.
Hopefully that roller is just gonna be a college athlete and miss sometimes, and you live with that. But
yes, that's what you hope.
She also had a couple step backs where it was just going in.
I saw when she hit the step
had one
back,
where she had a pin down on the right side off the inbound. She came and caught it, and then she dribbled to the free throw line, stepped back to the opposite wing. I'm like,
that's the
yes.
What do you do about that?
There's nothing you can do about that. No matter who Flage could have been Gardner. It don't matter who was Gardner. She was going to get that
have
off.
ultimate communication and
yes. That you do.
It's tough. And start switching those screens earlier. Like you said, it took way too long for Mulkey to start making changes.
Like, why are we waiting this long? Like, why are we waiting this long? She was cooking she's already a great player. So you knew she was going to be up for this. You beat her last year to get to the champion. No, in the championship. You beat her last year in the championship. So you thought they weren't going to be ready for this? That's the one thing about women's hoops, college hoops. You're going to see somebody again next season. That makes this fun. We don't get that in men's college hoops anymore, but this made it fun. It was like, but it got kind of, racial, with the LSU Iowa type thing. Like, I try to stay. I stay out of those conversations because even the jokes go too far in the comments. I be like, that's not for me.
I don't look at
the comments usually be the best part on Twitter. The comments be the best part. The quote tweets.
No, it's just robots.
Yeah. Oh, the robots are just
my nudes in bio.
Oh my God.
Nudes in bio. God,
crazy.
It'd be like my grandmother just passed away. The first comment be my nudes in the bio.
Bro. I see the little hidden thing on like every other one of my posts, and
yes, bro. Every time I'd be like, "What is?"
They're developing. Sometimes they're like, "The Timberwolves are an overrated team." They'll say something like that, like AI generate. I'm like, bro,
are you serious?
Get this out of here.
Are you serious? I didn't know. I mean,
the bots are trying to interact.
It has gotten bad. Like this, as y'all say, this is Elon's Twitter. This is Elon's Twitter.
Yeah,
and this is why you get so many stupid ass tweets.
Wild West.
You get so many stupid ass tweets now because everybody is farming engagement. Well, one thing about me, I can't do that.
The most ridiculous lies.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do that, bro.
Shit on there sometimes.
It's hard for me to do. I can't fall into that. I don't know if it's my age. I just can't. I can't just say anything because guess what? People can find that stupid shit you be saying. Like, I just can't say anything, bro. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
My favorite
I'm gonna get
thing
my
about
engagement the natural way. I can't just say anything. No.
Today on Twitter, people were.
One day.
Hey, we ain't going that far.
Go ahead, Jonah.
I couldn't do that. My fault. Yeah, go ahead. You know, we're gonna talk shit all day long.
I don't think any of us are making politician runs, but
no.
Someone made a funny point. They're acting like Haley Van Lith is Eli Apple on a Sunday night football game. This is how you know the women's game is growing. I'm like,
yeah,
I hate it's like that. I hate that it's like that.
Yeah,
but bro, she was getting sauteed on Twitter.
No, she was
getting Ryan Gosling from Remember the Titans.
Oh no, she was getting sauteed though.
Just can't guard.
She was getting sauteed. That's not even. That's Jonah. That's a great one right there because she was. It was like, and she left her on the island. It's like she pissed off Moki at practice or something, or like she pissed her off at a meeting. Like, you're gonna be on the island.
After one, she was like this.
Like she wasn't even. It was bad. Like, it really was. Like, I was seeing a lot of people.
Misses, it's still like, did she even take many? Caitlin didn't even take like many, what I'd say bad shots. I guess it's just a lot of them are makeable for her.
She just missed them.
But yeah, some of them you think like that could be a tough shot, but yeah, I remember at least one for sure dropped, and you just had to sit there and shut up. Like, all right, she got it.
Yeah,
the female Steph Curry. When the female Steph Curry going crazy, ain't nothing you can do. When a shooter like that is going crazy, making anything, once she made like that pin down three, bro, the second half is cooked for you. Like, it's over with. When she came out crazy in the third quarter. Like, she knew. That's how you know how great she is. She had a little
stint for a while there where she didn't score much. I think it was around the second quarter, and I still look at the scoreboard. I'm like, oh, she still got 17. We're going into half.
She had 18. Yeah.
Yeah. I see a lot of people talking about. How many
she finished with though?
I would say like 9. I think 9, 10, maybe more than that.
Her passing is just underappreciated. I guess
that's what I was from like.
Everyone, your casual fan is going to know her for her shooting, but I feel like some of the passes she makes are just absurd.
Her passing was really
good. Some good like as a point guard when she got in that pick and roll because they finally denied that three. She was making good reads, good passes. Something I didn't know she was really capable of. Most of the assists I thought she was coming off of was she getting double teamed, somebody's open, easy look. But she was operating down there in the pick and roll still.
It's crazy just like the comfortability
crazy
with the
ass
ball.
Stat line from her. Crazy ass stat line. She 41, 12, and 7, 2 steals, 1 block, 13 for 29, 9 from 20 from 3, 6 from 7 from the free throw line.
13 and 29. Dang.
Now, my girl Angel getting a lot of heat on the Twitter line, but hey, dog, the way she rebounds, she got 20 rebounds tonight is insane. I didn't even know she had 20. 17 and 20.
I saw that pop up.
I know a lot of people talking about her post move, man. Her post move is gonna come in at WNBA, man. They're not gonna get polished at LSU. They're not gonna do that.
She needs just a little more space.
That's it.
Because Morrow at her side.
Yeah, that's all it is, man.
I mean, when there was a post entry to her, it was a bloodbath in the paint.
Yo,
There's so many
guys
down there.
Yeah, like when she
make a quick move.
Yeah, when she's on the sky next season, because she's going to be here. I'm talking into existence. Her and Rakia Jackson. When she's here, she gonna have space. Ain't no space. Like what the? You saw last year when she had space, she was getting like 25 and 20, 30 and 15 last season. Like, so I could tell all the people was talking crazy about her this season. Didn't really watch last season. I get it now. So I did see something you said. You tweeted about her. I will give you that this season for sure. The inconsistency was like that this year, but I will say LSU had a weird ass season. I'm actually surprised they even made it to the Elite Eight this year because they had a weird ass season with Mulkey.
I'll take
the players on the team, the ex players from Baylor, and man, it was just a weird season.
The outside noise was crazy.
Yeah, she had an up and down season, but I'm not going to take that away from what she's going to be like next season because
the potential's still there.
We saw that first quarter from her.
Yeah, like I don't know.
She was dominant in the first quarter.
If I'm the LA Spark, they got 2 picks, 2 and 4. I'm not going. Yeah. In the mock drafts, I see them going Brink and Cardoso. For me, do you go Cardoso or do you go Angel Reese to go with Cameron Brink? Or do you just go Cardoso because she's not a big ass scoring big. She's just a big that's gonna clog shit up because she don't stretch the floor.
Shots,
yeah, she don't.
She
that was her first 3.
Declared like today. I saw.
Yeah, she did declare today. So, hey, if the Sparks want to take Cardoso, go ahead because just let Angel Reese fall to us, please. That's all I ask. But outside, that's all I want. Hey, come this summer, I need the team of my team. If we're gonna trade away people, we need people. But outside of today's game, man, it was a good game. But LSU just had an awful third quarter. That third quarter was just horrendous. If they would have had a better third quarter, it would have been a better ending to the game. Once Caitlin when Caitlin got going, and you don't adjust to her going crazy, you're not gonna win that game at all. It's not gonna happen.
Some of Iowa's role players that started knocking down some tough shots too. Whether that was a transition, just tough finishes, open jumpers here and there,
and they were tired.
LSU was getting some big offensive rebounds. The first half was
Angel
crazy
had,
pace.
10 offensive rebounds.
I did. Probably.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
she
be
had
surprised.
10 by herself. 23 as a team, 10 by herself.
Dang.
No, they're a rebound. They are a rebounding ass team. Like they rebound the ball. Like it's insane. They had 54 rebounds to Iowa's 36. If only they made their shots.
You lose the rebounding battle, or you win the rebounding battle, but lose the.
Flau'jae,
I think it
was 1 for 6
They did a
from 3.
good job with the help on like the defense. Like they always had someone in help side right next to Angel. Like every time she's trying to get a post touch.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple times where I think is it Michaela Williams got a couple of open threes.
Yeah, she was like 4 for 8, 4 for 9, or something like that. Yeah, she was.
But like that was stuff they could live with because I was only here and there. Like they were putting pressure on most of the other times. So
no, they weren't. No, they weren't at all. Well, yeah, that's the shit. Are they they're the third team to make the Final Four. Shit. So now the other 2, we got North Carolina State and South Carolina. Now, NC State shocked the shit out of me. Matter of fact, on both sides, the men's and women's bracket, but I did not expect them to beat Texas. Now, Texas was missing one of their best guards with their starting point guard, Rory, where she was missing all season. So I expect them to be back Texas next season. South Carolina, hey, it's South Carolina. We just knew they was going to be in the Final Four anyway.
It's theirs to lose.
If they're not in the national championship next week, I don't know. Is it next week?
Next week.
Is it? Or is it the men's next week? Then the women's final?
No,
I don't know how that shit. They're both on the same night?
It's the day. No, it's the day after. Monday night is the men's. Tuesday night's the women's.
Oh, okay. Well, next week, the 8th and the 9th or something like that. Not 8th and something crazy, something like that. But I got you now. You can check if you want. But
8th and 9th. Yeah.
And right now we got LSU. We got USC and UConn. UConn is up 31-27 with 2.5 left in the second quarter. Yeah, honestly, even though I'm a big Juju person, but
she got more years to get it cooking.
I know Paige come back next season, but Juju got 3 more years left. Like, so I know you should try to go for it when you can, but it's college basketball. I cannot not see USC having more around Juju next season. So it's like
she'll either attract more talent around her, and she's not skipping a beat. She's only getting better. So
yeah, so exactly.
There's no reason why they will be back.
Exactly. So it's like at this point, I take whoever wins this one. It's going to be a good next round between Iowa versus UConn or USC is going to be good regardless. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, we getting these matchups. How are we being blessed like this?
This side of the bracket, like tonight's games, whoever wins these two, Iowa and whoever wins, that's going to be the ones to watch. South Carolina's just running through people, and when they get there, they get there.
Yo, that side of, I think it was Jonah who said it. That side of the bracket was just insane anyway. You had UCLA over there. You had Creighton. You had Iowa. You got UCLA. You got USC, LSU, UConn, like Baylor. All these teams on one side is like, listen, to even make it to the Elite Eight, it was going to be hard. Now, to make it to the championship is even harder. So, it was just a fun weekend. I don't even know what games happened. The Sweet 16 games, man. It's so
Indiana
much.
made it close with South Carolina.
They did. They made a run. I had to turn that off. They definitely made a run. Let's see, man. Let me pull this up.
I was surprised to see it closer.
I saw the final and shocked.
Let me see.
Close.
Oh yeah, Oregon State Notre Dame was
before.
That was a really good game. Oregon State Notre Dame. LSU UCLA was a good game. They pulled away late. What was the other Big 12, Sweet 16. Oh, UConn, Duke was good. NC State, Stanford. It was just all around good all weekend for the women. So they are doing what we expected. We was hoping it was going to be exciting like this, and they're living up to it. You know how like we be waiting on the playoffs to get here for any league, and then it gets here, and you be like, this shit is not good. Like or the playoffs be good, and then you get to like the last 2 rounds or the championship round, and that shit is just awful. It's like, damn, we're going out like this.
And we wanted some of these matchups on our bracket. Like that was kind of how we functioned our bracket up, is we wanted some of these big matchups. And
yes, we did. That's what we got. You know, like you know what?
Sometimes you get to June and Miami's in the finals.
Oh, come on. Why Miami I take shots? Man? You gotta just get the jabs to Miami, man. That is true though. That's how we felt. But
we wanted to see the Celtics.
We did. But like Jonah said, like even though we did matches up like this, it's rare when you make these picks in any sport and then you actually get the matchup you picking. Like it never works that way. It never work out that way. So shout out to them for living up to it. And all the stars, all the names are doing their thing. Nobody is not showing up. I can't think of somebody who didn't show up in the tournament so far on the women's side. Like I feel like everybody has for their
and the ones
teams.
Who quote unquote maybe haven't or came up short. Like Hidalgo is going to be here for she's got plenty of more years left in the tank.
Yeah,
things like that. Like
come on, like we're okay with that. It's going to be women's hoops, college hoops is in a good spot. You got all this attention because of Caitlin Clark and other Juju and Hannah and Paige, and those 3 coming back.
I'm seeing a lot of videos of high school girls now.
Yes,
and these girls are hoopers too. Like some of them are doing double cockback dunks already. Like
yes, no, it's a nice guard.
Little run.
It's a guard.
We're gonna get the shooting revolution too. We're gonna get some.
It's coming
because the guard play in high school right now is insane.
But
man, it's NC State got a guard coming in next year. Oh my God, I'm gonna show you the video of this girl. Dog, let me tell you
She a
something.
problem.
She a problem on both sides of the ball. I don't know what, like, she's like another Hannah Hidalgo, like both sides, like that short, just in your face, gonna lock you up and can still score. Like, this shit is insane. Like, why?
I had
How
first
is-
seen stuff about Hannah just from like some preseason stuff and some hype, but once I like started digging the stats and I saw like 4.6 steals per game as a freshman, I'm like, holy shit.
That's not even, you know how hard that is?
That's crazy.
4.6, almost 5 a game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know what
ain't
she
know?
finished with, but she was there at some point of the year.
Bro, she was like that all season. All season, she was like that. So it was like, and she got lost in the shuffle because she can score, but that's not her main thing. She's a defensive person, but who can score. So she was gonna get lost in the shuffle with like Juju and Caitlin and Paige and like that. So she wasn't gonna always get that hype like that.
Stand out. I got you.
But if you watching hoops, like women's hoop all the time, she was like that for sure. So next season, if you can, watch as many games of her as you can. Let's see what else happened. I think we covered everything from the women's this weekend, right? I don't think nothing else happened.
Yeah, Sweet 16. Yeah.
So we know
33 at the half in USC.
That's what it is now. Oh shit! Okay,
0-0.
So USC made a little run in the half. Then that's what that means. I wonder what
got herself 15. I think Juju has around the same, I want to say. So
Wow. Hey,
yeah, 13. Forbes got 10. And Paige got one for sure. Paige, she's gonna do her thing, but Aaliyah Edwards gonna have to do her thing too because USC improved so much this year. Like them other people can score. Like they got shooters around Juju. So we're gonna see. Because what's the name already got? Oh, they shooting bad. 1 for 6 from 3. Shit, that's why you tied up at the half. That's why you ain't winning the game. Honestly, you 1 for 6 already. Jesus Christ. Anyways, man,
Paige has scored or assisted on 23 of their 33 so far. So
she's so good. I'm so
getting busy.
She was a lock to be a Chicago Sky. It broke my heart that she went back. I understand why. I get it.
She wants that. She's coming for that number 1 pick.
Yeah, I get it. But I would have loved if she was been I just knew when we made that trade, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we getting. And it was like weeks later, she was like, yeah, I'm coming back to UConn. I was like, fuck. Back to the draw. Yeah, I get it.
Pull out the tank.
Yeah,
next year.
Pull out the tank. Tank again. Tank and go get her.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
They got some picks back.
That would be insane. I didn't think about that. Anyways, we can go straight to these men and end with the NBA. That's what we should just do. On the men's side, Final Four, we got UConn, Alabama. Jonah, you have been one of the few people I know who's been on Alabama, especially since last season.
I was close to having the Final Four. I had UConn, Alabama. Who the hell did Purdue play? I had Tennessee, and then I had Houston.
You did have Tennessee.
Which if Jamal Shed was healthy, they might have.
Yeah, they might have beat
Tennessee
Duke.
made it close.
No, they might have beat
Duke. Fan, that win didn't feel good.
I'll
admit it.
No, I didn't feel good beating Houston when he went down. I'm like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they have one of their other players, Arsenault. He's a pretty good player. He's been out for the year too. They've just had some rough injury luck. I
wanted Calvin Sampson to make it too, even though they was playing against Duke. It was like one of those.
I just like having their program stamped.
Yeah, no, they are.
Like
that program is stamped now. Is that back to back Elite 8 or it is back to back? So
it's been a nice run.
Yeah, that's stamped.
And they're playing in the Big 12 now, so they're playing tough conference schedules where prior. I think they were in the American maybe.
I think is it American? Shit changed so much, but I think it was so. American.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep track of.
It is. We got UConn, Alabama in one matchup, and we got NC State, Purdue in the other matchup. Hey,
NC State, bro.
NC State.
What a run.
What a run for on both sides. Like,
I don't know if you guys saw stuff on Twitter talking about how if Isaac McNeely for Virginia makes a free throw to go up by 4, NC State never gets here. But NC State goes down the court, drills a 3. They keep their hopes alive in the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
Like the domino effect of that is just nuts.
It is crazy. And you know what's crazy? Even though being a Duke fan, it's like, do I believe they were going to beat Purdue, UConn, or Alabama?
Nah.
This was a weird Duke team. Yeah, I had them losing to Houston too. I think we all did. But it was a weird Duke team. I'm not a big fan of Flip. I've never been a big fan of his. It's time for him to go.
I mean,
a lot of people think he's going to be a better pro than he was in college.
I think so too.
You think so? I don't know.
Do. I see.
What is it about his game that you like?
And shooting.
Exactly.
Oh, I see that. Okay,
he's
I get
that. He can stretch the floor.
I can give
when
you that.
When you get him engaged on defense, you'll take that. But you want to give this.
And
dude
what's his offensive role is not going to be anything of what it is right now.
Yeah,
it is true.
20 to 24 minutes, stretch 4.
No, you're right. He was like a main focal point.
When you look at the offensive firepower on that team, and some of the like big talent, the big prospects, big recruits that came in that had a lot of hype. So many of them
did not. Pan out.
Even some of the ones that kind of have, like Proctor, is still so inconsistent.
Terrible game.
They're very inconsistent. So hopefully, is this
I
recruiting
think McCain
class?
Was the only one who made threes that game.
I think so. Yeah. Is this recruiting class still Coach K's or this Shires?
This is Shires.
This one this year? That was Shires? Okay. I can't believe
McCain was talking about it at the press.
He was? Coach. Okay. So then next year you got the two-headed monster coming in. I forgot if they signed anybody else that was big, but after you get Cooper coming in, and he was looking nice at the McDonald's stop. Dog, listen, y'all watch enough hoops. You know when you watch any sport you watch, especially basketball, when you're watching, sometimes talent just gonna jump out, even if it's just a layup line or just drills. Even when it's just drills, you be like,
you know what, you can work with that.
Yeah,
there's something.
Like, of course,
even if you have NBA athleticism and you have any type of skill, you're going to be intriguing regardless.
Yes. So it's like when you seeing players like that dominating high school. Of course, you're not going to always play the top player all the time, but when you see him with other top players, like he was this weekend with other McDonald Americans, it's like, yo, he is definitely head and shoulders above this class.
I'm trying to get hashtag bust for Cooper. Nobody wants to roll with it.
No,
nobody's jumping on that train.
Nobody's wants to go with hashtag.
I do not want to look at the whatever is coming up when you look that up on Twitter. I'm not clicking on that hashtag.
Right. Don't not even think about that.
It's just 2 tweets from my dumb ass. Watch.
What's the hashtag again? Say it again.
Hashtag bust for Cooper.
Wait, what? My mic went out.
Hashtag bust for Cooper.
Yeah, that's not going to be the one I'm going to be. Yeah.
Elon's Twitter with that?
Nah. Yeah, no, but.
That's what I'm trying to get it clicking. You feel me?
Oh, my God. I don't even remember too much. I remember these games from the weekend, but like Alabama, Clemson, that shit seems so long ago. All them Sweet 16 games seem forever ago.
Thursday and Friday it's a blur at this point.
Yes. So basically at this point, who y'all got, man? UConn or Alabama?
UConn.
I think nobody's beating UConn personally.
A 30-0 run is dominating.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Just fucking
no matter the level of hoops you're watching or playing.
That's crazy.
30-0 run is egregious. No matter how you put it. You couldn't draw a foul to get to the free throw line. You couldn't just so happen to drive to the basket. You couldn't so happen to be wide open for mid-range or a corner three, nothing. 30-0.
One set worked for.
I don't think I've ever did that in 2K. I don't think I ever did that. No, seriously.
That's tough to do. Yeah.
No, seriously. Even playing against my children, I don't think I ever went 30-0. I had a 30-0 run. I don't think I've ever against the computer. Against
scoring
a 6-year-old,
like
I don't think I've ever did that shit in a video game. How, as a coach, as players, and then watching this happen
from such a high scoring offense?
Yeah, like
Terrence Shannon should have got to the line. You're right, 100%.
Like, what are we doing?
Get fouled, do something.
Like, nobody.
Just embarrassing.
30-0,
and then
like
Klingon, the Klingon effect. They were like 4 for 30 when he was on the floor. Some
Klingon's
shit
draft
like that.
stock is booming right now.
Crazy. He getting Rudy comps.
Keep him away from the Memphis Grizzlies, please.
Oh, you notice where he's going. What do you think, Zach?
Even though that
does Zach Edey help his draft stock this run?
Yeah,
I don't even know where he was.
It's
at.
such a.
Where was he at before the bracket started?
He is all over the map.
Yeah,
I already know he is.
Like late lottery.
I've seen
him in the second.
Oh,
I've seen him anywhere from 15 to 50.
Yeah.
What?
Like, there's a reason why he is a polarizing prospect, is because he's really hard to figure out. I think he's pretty simple to figure out, honestly.
I'm giving him minutes in the league.
You kind of know what you're getting. You get the drop defender.
You are.
He has good post game. He can take advantage of mismatches. He has good touch.
Yep.
I mean, he can set screens for you. You're not gonna be like force. It's not like a Luka Garza situation where you need to give him the ball to be successful.
Yeah,
like, I think he can be successful in a role, like a backup center.
Yeah,
yep, that's it. There's still a spot for that big ass.
It's definitely,
backup
and I think
with a back to the basket.
If Steven Adams can still be on a roster, if Steven Adams can still be on a roster with no offensive game, Zach Edey can be on the NBA roster. He has offensive game. Like, we've been saying this since last year. We've been saying this. Like, he can be in the league. Now, is he going to be number one overall?
It's crazy for him.
It's a lot of disrespect for these big guys.
It's a lot of disrespect. Like, is he?
Someone found old Twitter clips of him playing baseball today in high school.
I saw that.
6'10"
really, I gotta
pitcher.
see that. I gotta see that shit.
Goofiest mechanics you've ever seen.
That's like Randy Johnson.
It was like
so herky.
He was only throwing 76.
I can hit that. I can kill that.
It was like fastball 76 to 78, changeup 64 to 6. I was like, bro.
Right now.
Right now,
I'm tattooing that.
I was throwing that.
It looked so funny.
That was 7th, 8th grade. Like, we killing that.
But his launch
people
angle,
were coming for his neck about his comments and stuff too, of him saying he had like an underdog journey, which I hate the whole cliche of this shit. But watching a lot of Big Ten basketball, this guy was like a 3-star prospect. He was behind Travion Williams.
He was.
Like, there are so many. I went to high school with a guy who was 7'2" and he was ass. Like, it is hard to play basketball when you are that huge.
Listen, what? Thank you, Jonah, for that, because this is why everybody be like, why can't Bobo do what Wemby's doing, brother?
It takes so much skill.
So much skill to be that
coordination,
tall and be coordinated.
Like,
I think we all know, like you just said, I think we all know tall people who have zero coordination. Just because you're tall don't mean you're going to play sports.
Because they were tall.
Yeah, like
their parents there was a kid in my grade, 6'10". My whole life, I saw him Park District, traveling. We finally got together in high school, and this motherfucker still was just on the bench by senior year. This man worked out with all the trainers across the fucking western suburbs, I swear. Still could not hoop.
Hey, listen, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, bro. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I don't give a damn how tall you are. Yeah, I don't give a damn how tall you are. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And Edey got it, man. We watched him. We've been watching him. We all live in Big Ten country. We're all gonna watch our fair share of Big Ten basketball. It just happens because that's our market. We're gonna see those games. So I watched enough Purdue games to know that he's gonna be just fine in the NBA.
Do I love watching him as the number one option? No, not really.
No,
like, can I respect his game? Yes.
Yes.
It's a very good team.
I'd be damned if he's gonna be a number one option in the NBA. Now, could he?
He'll never be. He might not be a number 8 option.
Ooh, he said number 8 option. You're not fucking with that. Damn.
Man,
the NBA has changed so much. But I don't know if the NBA ever gonna go back to where it was before. Like the big man, I don't know if it's ever gonna do that. But
the big man that do post can do so many other things. That's why they're so good.
Yeah, true. I think he can. I mean, you give a
post game argument.
Who would be a good team for him to go to? I don't even know. Denver.
I mean, Jonah was right with Memphis. Put him next to JJ. Spot minutes. Somebody who can actually defend and rebound.
There's a lot of teams. If there's a spot that a lot of teams need help on, backup center is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of teams.
Shit, the Wolves are loaded with bigs. but like I could see him fading on the Wolves. If not, Nas is a wing at this point. I don't think Nas is a big.
He's definitely
6'9",
Nas is definitely a wing, bro.
Size and skill is good for any team.
Yeah,
it's just like how you're gonna fit it in.
No fact.
Yo, throw him on OKC right now. That backup big that they need.
I can see OKC doing that. I can see OKC doing that.
OKC.
Damn, y'all gonna have me. I was not. I'm excited for the draft just to see where he's gonna go. Cause I'm not really that. Y'all know I'm not that big of a draft dude right now. I know y'all been seeing
fit is so big with some of these players too,
and the players coming out now. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like
Trace Jackson Davis last year was one of my biggest second round guys. I'm like, if this guy goes to a team I like Golden State, he could be really good. He does.
The
and
fact
he's doing
that
well.
He was still there, and the Bulls. No offense, I like Julian Phillips, but right then, just go ahead and take him at 35 or whatever it was.
Yeah, Julian Phillips is just so scrawny. He's a skinny dude. Bro. He is.
He needs some work.
Yeah, he needs to.
He's an NBA athlete, that's for sure.
No, he's definitely an NBA athlete. He's that for damn sure. You're not lying about that. He ain't got that body. That's all. You know that NBA body, but I forgot who else.
None of these guys have instant impact, even if you're an older prospect.
No,
I mean,
they don't.
Bumping over to Tennessee, who played Purdue, there's a lot of talk about Dalton Connect too, because he's going to be 24 when he's drafted, and people don't know what to do with that because so many people are past this older prospect thing. But I'm like, I mean, he's a good shooter. He can play off the ball. He's a good athlete.
He kind of reminds me of if you took Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson and put them together. You kind of get a little swaggy
double
score.
white guy comp. That's crazy.
Honestly,
look at you.
Does it not fit though? Does it not fit?
Hey,
he's got some scoring ability. He can shoot. He's still athletic. He's not elite in any of those categories, but he can still get the job done. And there's a lot of potential there.
Hey, I'll give you that one.
It's just interesting when the magnifying glass gets put on these players in March Madness because it always. I mean, in Klingen's case, it's working out for him because he's playing really well.
Glass. Yeah, the magnifying glass. Who y'all got? Purdue, NC State.
I got Purdue.
Yeah.
Even though DJ Burns was fucking up Duke, they had no answer.
His passing vision is impressive.
Buddy ass was out there like prime Zebo.
Yeah, his touch, mid range, the floaters, everything, the turn hook, it's a nice game. Back to the basket. I hope there's a spot for him in the league, but the NFL right there too, I guess.
That's what I was about to say. He's getting NFL scouting. He's perfect tackle size.
No, he is. No.
Make a roster.
You put him at the middle, clog that shit up.
His footwork is incredible.
No, his footwork is good. I knew he did look older until you sent that shit to the group chat. I'm like, damn, he looked like he was older, but I didn't know he was older. Jesus,
he was a Tennessee commit originally, I found out.
What is he, 24, 25?
And he went to Winthrop 26? For 2 years. So he's a fifth-year guy.
Yeah. What is he, 26? 25?
23.
23? That aged his ass for sure. But that's still old for
same age as Zion, whatever that.
Draft. Damn, that's crazy when you say that. Damn. But yeah, I got Purdue.
Remember that when we talk about draft age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Purdue UConn. And UConn going back to back.
That should be a good matchup.
Man,
give us the two big guys going at it.
Very early in the season, I had tweeted out UConn. I think I said I'd be very shocked if UConn don't go back to back. Like it's very early. Like they was just
they're retooled this year.
Yeah,
and their development of talents from guys that was there last year is just crazy.
Yeah,
because they lost Jordan Hawkins, they lost Sonogo, they lost Spencer. I think they have his brother now.
The fact they re-up like that and kept going like a well-oiled machine, like they're gonna go back to back. Yeah, it's like if they only way that something happens if they don't win, if somebody gets hurt. That's it.
Even if someone does, they have so many other players. I'm still not like
they do.
I'm not
like nothing about. I mean, Alabama is cool. Alabama's not a bad team, but I can't see them beating this UConn team, and I definitely can't see NC State beating them if they get past Purdue. Like If I feel like
Alabama has
if
that
NC
offensive
State,
firepower,
yeah, they do, but
UConn does too, and
yes,
their defense is insane. So
yes,
Yeah, that
that's
defense is locked
that's
in.
the problem. That is the problem. So
Grant from Alabama had himself a nice little run, and his story is cool too. So hopefully he continues. He has another year, right?
I don't
I don't know.
I don't know about that one. Shit, don't be surprised
Check into that.
if the national championship's another blowout.
I think Purdue will be a tough matchup for maybe 20, 30 minutes, but UConn's
It's tough when you're spoiled with multiple games a night and then you go to just one and you expect it to be good.
Yeah, like
But
UConn's just been blowing out
look
everybody.
Now we gotta be realistic about it. That's why I even brought it up, because when you look at the Final Four, when you got UConn, Alabama, NC State, Purdue, it's looking like it could be a blowout. National championship for sure. I hope we don't get that.
hey,
I hope we don't get that.
over the last 2 years, all of their wins have been double digits. UConn.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Every single one.
That's crazy. That is
Just
crazy.
keep it close for as much as you can, Purdue.
Yeah, keep it close for us as much as
Hold-
we can.
Have we seen a run like
'Cause-
this since Florida? Like,
No,
Nah.
Florida was so dominant. That Florida team.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
Kentucky only
Horford
got
is
one.
still
back
hooping.
like that. Yeah.
And Horford still hooping out
Al
that group.
Horford still hooping.
Still hooping
Damn.
out that group. Noah ain't hoop. Brewer ain't. Who else is on that team? Yeah, who else is on that fucking team? Not Brewer.
No,
Not
Brewer was
Brewer.
on that team.
Corey Brewer was.
It was. Oh,
Corey
well, okay,
Brewer.
he was. Was
Damn.
there a fourth one? Maybe that was just a three-headed monster with them three.
Let's go take a look.
With Noah.
I think
was
there
so-
might be a fourth.
I was so mad when the Bulls drafted Noah. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want Noah, but I'm glad we did. I grew to love him. Noah has a special place
I'm
in
glad
my
we
heart.
did too. I wanted Spencer
Yeah.
Hawes. I'm glad I messed
Oh my
I messed
god!
up
Imagine
on
we would
that.
have did that shit. Spencer Hawes
I did not know Maurice Spates was on one of those teams.
on Florida.
That's news to me.
Oh damn! I didn't know that either.
He was a freshman on the second team.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Torian Green is the other guy. You're probably
Torian Green. I
thinking
knew
of.
it was a fucking Torian, but I knew it wasn't Prince.
Okay,
There aren't
Damn,
many.
Damn,
That's
right.
better
Ain't
than
too many,
mine.
two.
and ain't too many Torians out here, so I wasn't.
I knew it.
I wasn't.
Let alone the league.
Right. Let alone in the league at that. But yeah, we don't want a last year situation where at the tip it was a blowout. Like we don't. As soon as the ref threw the ball up, it was over with. Like we don't. By the time halftime got there, it was like, what y'all doing? Because this shit's over with.
I mean, Kling and Edie would be a nice matchup to watch. The rest of the teams, two
I
good
don't want to
teams.
watch Foster Lawyer against Stephon Castle.
Yeah,
No. We don't. I'm straight on. Yeah. Before we move on, man, y'all got anything else? Man, any thoughts on this on the tournaments in the whole up to this point? I think we touched on it a lot last week, but if anything
know what,
changed,
one thing I wanted to bring up with y'all was the transfer portal stuff going on right now while the tournament's still going on. What's y'all
It's
thoughts?
chaos.
bro.
It looks like a mess.
It's time
It's
to
so
regulate.
Underwood
was talking about-
It's time to regulate it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Brad Underwood was talking about, I'm trying to recruit somebody, talk to somebody else over here, all while I'm trying to get this game plan ready and coach. And that's just a lot
This guys
going
is
on.
finalists for teams that were still playing.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till this tournament's over with. You can't be doing that shit right now, man. Like we need
It's a bad
regulations.
time.
Yeah, you gotta have regulations. You can't be trying to recruit doing while you in the damn tournament.
Yeah, you leave
I feel like
Sunday to go back to wherever, and now you got to be on the phone for 2 days while you're trying to
I think it's time.
scheme.
I think it has to be a
that's
rule.
tough.
No recruiting shit until the middle of April. You got to figure out
It's
something.
already just chaos enough, though, because these contracts are not public information, so we have no
Nope.
idea what's going on.
None. Nope. Not at all.
We have players that some have good reasons, like a coach is leaving, and some are just like, oh, they're disappointed as a freshman. They want to get more playing
Yeah.
time. Like we have guys who are going to be juniors next year who are going to be on their
Third team.
Yeah, that's
team,
you
yeah.
got to have regulations
Danger
with
from
this shit,
Illinois
man.
is on the way out.
You got to.
Third
This
team
is a
in 3
bad
years.
Sky
list.
Clark.
Sky Clark. Where's he going
It's
now?
I don't know.
He was at Louisville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he went to, I believe, 3 high schools.
Yeah, he was on the move a lot.
He's on like his
You guys-
seventh, his
they
fifth
have
team
to-
in like
they
7
gotta-
years.
They got to figure this shit out because this is going to be a bad look for the NBA because dudes going to get here and they thinking after their first year, second year, you talking about trade shit, man. Like when you get picked in the lottery, when you're a lottery pick, you're going to a bad team. Like shit, like the Warriors
you can't just
having a bad year.
They don't have
happen.
that.
You don't.
They don't have that say though.
What?
Because these guys, you can still be a bench player and you can do whatever you want. That's the thing.
So that's you gotta figure. You gotta have some regulations. I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure this shit out.
It can be a good thing for some guys, but for
sure,
some, the other side, overlaps.
Every season, your ass is transferring.
Every season. Do you guys think this affects the development, and that's part of the reason why maybe this draft class is so bad?
I think it messed up development, but also
you can't even.
This high school class was just seen as kind of iffy.
Yeah,
I took the boys to the barbershop, and there was a high school coach there, and we were just talking about shit like this, right? And he was saying that it's hard. This is messing up scholarships for somebody who's trying to make the team. They're not using a lot of scholarships for incoming freshmen because of this transfer portal. So now what it's doing is messing up kids in high school who could potentially go to these programs who now they gotta look at a lower D1 or D2 or just JUCO
and try to move up,
because the scholarships are being used they're being used on the transfer or the big guys who are transferring every year. So it's like it's hard now. It's like some of these kids, they're not, the big schools aren't using all the scholarships on all the incoming freshmen unless you're a top incoming freshman.
And they might not even play, and then they might have no option. Like, how are you going to gauge a guy that, if you're looking at high school tape and he barely played at the school they are now? Like, you're not going to get many big offers if you didn't see the floor. So, they're gonna have to do something. They definitely 10-point lead for UConn. They're definitely gonna have to find a regular. I don't like the whole transferring every year. It's tough with the mid majors too. Like the Missouri Valley has been hit hard. Just because like Drake's coach already left and his son came with him, but things like that, like those players that do really well there's like, and it's not always. Like there's a guy on Illinois right now, Damask, and I believe he played a lot of years at SIU. Yep. But there's other guys who may have limited offers out of high school, go somewhere who put up 15 points per game, and they're instantly in the portal. It's not like these guys that are grad transfers at the end of their time, or it just hurts those mid majors a lot.
It does. It hurts a lot, and I think it needs to be regulated.
Busy at the top.
They went from one extreme to the next. Like they went from, if you transfer, you got to miss a year, which I didn't like that because coaches can leave and that was
subjective too.
Yeah, it was.
You could give waivers, but it was subjective.
Yeah, so now
no rules.
You could it's like the Wild Wild West with the transfer portal. Like in the season, you could just go in there. Could you imagine if players in the NBA was just doing this after every year? No, so I feel like the NCAA is going to figure out something, because if they don't, I'll be shocked. But
it's just so new too. So
it is very new. So you know, it take a couple years. Yeah, it take a couple years. How many years has it been since the transfer portal? What, 4 years now?
It's 5? Like 3 or 4.
I thought,
So I think at that 5th year, 6th year mark, we're gonna start hearing rumblings. Probably if it gets worse than what it is now.
On it too, of like success rates and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
People dive into stuff.
That's probably what they're waiting on. You need probably at least 5 years to actually see if this really is worth changing, if it's really messing up anything. So we'll see. Where's
Andrew Curbelo going? What's his name?
I don't.
He might be at eligibility.
He should be.
Some of these dudes should be. Some of these dudes should be. Any more thoughts on any tournament before we move on to the association? Any more thoughts? I think we covered everything. All right. To the association, our favorite league in the world. I think it is, right? It's your favorite league.
It is.
It's mine. It's definitely my favorite league. It definitely NBA to MLB. NFL, it's football. We live in America. We know what it is in the fall on Sunday. Everything just shuts down here. So it's like you can't. You know what? if you live somewhere that's not a college town and you live somewhere like Chicago, even like you, Joe, live and grow in Minnesota, football is just football. We know it's going to be on Sunday in the fall. No matter where you go.
Hey, when I worked those Sunday shifts at work in my high school job, when the Vikings game were on, bro, it was quiet. It was great.
Yo,
I already know.
Hey, working at Jewel on a Sunday during the Bears game, quiet.
Yes, I did that too.
Dead.
And you're watching the game and you're getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
great time.
Association's our favorite league, and we got some injuries. Some big, I would say some big injuries to some playoff teams. Start with the Kings. I think the Kings got hit back to back with injuries like Kevin Hueter, man, out for the season with a torn labrum and a separated shoulder. I know how that feels. That shit is not. That is not. He's definitely done.
No bueno.
Yeah, he's done. But that sucks for them. That's their main shooter, I would think, right? That's their main shooter.
Off the bench.
They're thin and they're they moved guard depth.
They moved him to the bench.
Yeah,
he put Ellis in the starting lineup.
Okay,
better plug and play. Yeah.
Then Malik Monk with the sprained MCL. Is it just a sprain? I didn't really look up on the whole thing, but
it is a sprain. Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
You still don't want to play around with that, though.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. Their season's over with. You think about the play-in about to start. I think they're actually in the play-in. Now that I think about it, are they? Yeah, they're the 7th seed.
Especially being sandwiched in that Pelicans Mavs area.
It's a tough spot.
It's a tough spot because you in that Mavericks, Pelicans. You got the Suns you're tied with. You got the Lakers right on your ass. So it's like, losing them two, I can see them dropping. And you don't want to be, their season's over with. You don't want to be in the play-in with the Suns and the Lakers. You just don't want to, you don't want to be in that spot. Your season's over with. You losing them two. And the thing about Malik Monk did a lot for them against the Suns and the Lakers. So, a lot.
He's been a very key guy. Hey, first thing I went to go check was how many games he played this year. Because that 6-man role, that was one of the best I put in on the beginning of the season.
I think you did.
Yeah, for that one.
Yeah, you did say you was on about Monk. So. You was on about
I went and looked right away. I want to say he was minus 800 coming into it, and he's like minus 120 now. Nas Reed is plus 150 right now.
Really?
Don't take it from him. Shit.
Yeah. I mean,
really?
I wouldn't be complaining.
I already know.
I don't even know how you gauge that though. Like, it's such a weird award. We talked about that earlier.
It is.
Like,
It's really weird because the way things are now, people be coming off the bench, but they play starter minutes all the time. So,
and Monk will close all their games.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a media thing. You catch it and just run with it at one point. Hey, I am coming off the bench. I'm averaging 18, whatever it is. Start pushing that name out there.
They do. You know what? It is a media thing. I think 6-man is more so media than anything when you look at it. Like, damn near more than anything. Now I want to say more than MVP, but 6-man, it is like an agenda. If the media is pumping, the next person in line has to like really dominate to actually become that 6-man winner, or in this case,
it's pretty thin options right now.
It is. If it ain't Monk, if it's not
like Monk,
Reed,
Norm, and Nas.
Yeah, I forgot about Norm. Yeah, damn. Give it to Monk, man. Fuck it.
Other
Monk
than that, I can't think of anyone.
Give it to Monk. Yeah.
For Zoe, give it to Monk for Zoe. You put money down, right?
Funny enough, those were our 3 predictions. I think you guys both had Monk, and I had Nas on our preseason
Did I say Monk?
awards. I believe you just ran with Zoe because you didn't want to dig into 6-man of the year, which I don't blame you.
That's right. That's right. I should have put money on that shit. Damn.
I got $2.50 on Malik Monk, plus $3.50.
Big money.
We're getting lunch one day.
Big money.
Lunch money. Let's go.
You know what's crazy? Like, I like doing predictions, but it's hard for me to put money on like for future shit. It's hard because I'll just be watching like. Say like you put money down on somebody. Say like somebody had money on like Aaron Rodgers to win the MVP. This motherfucker got hurt.
That's tough.
Your money, you just watched your money.
They don't give
down
a
the
damn.
toilet. Gone. It's over with.
I had Cade for most improved player, and that first couple games, I was like, hey, this is looking good.
Yeah.
And the rest of the season, just
your money is gone. That's the thing. Like, that's why it's hard for me to do that. Like, especially like off the subject, but like in video games. like the BR mode in MLB in the show. Listen, I'm probably gonna make my 1,500 stubs back. More than likely, I am. But the fact that I gotta spend the 1,500 to play, I don't want to do it because I'm losing.
Nah, I'm earning these stubs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
No.
know I'm gonna win it back as eventually in this BR run. But I gotta spend
shit out of your control.
Yeah, I gotta spend this 1,500 first to do it. I'd be like, no, man, I'm not on that. No, so
there's too many free ways to play.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to do future picks unless I just know for a fact this is gonna give me something. It's hard.
If you get it right and you can pull up the clip 6 months later, post it on Twitter,
that's the best part. Yes,
that's some gratification in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not losing any money.
No, you're not losing no money.
Hindsight's gonna say you're gonna put money on it, but you know you weren't gonna. In the situation,
you are not going to. You are not.
Let that settle in.
You are not going to. And I'm pretty sure I could probably ask some people, man, what's some good plays to do? Probably. But the first time you give me something and I lose big time, I'm probably never going to ask you for betting advice ever.
And at some point, you don't want to bet again. I haven't bet in a minute because I was like, hey, Prize Picks got the best of me.
I went on like a little month. I was like betting every day. I was winning some. But when you start losing, get out. I like my money too much. Like my
I used to go to the casino with $20, and if I lost 10 without winning, I was done.
And that 10 was
so if I go to the casino,
burrito money.
If I'm going, it's $100. Once I lose $100, I'm out. But you gotta have a price. You gotta have a price point. If it's 20,
stick to my 50.
Whatever, right? If it's 50, 20, 100, whatever your price point. If it's 1,000, whatever it is, stick to that. That's how you go broke because you keep going. You be like, I got another. Yes, you do have another 20. You do have another 100. Does that mean you got to win? Because you might lose this shit. And I'm not on it. That's why I don't go to the casino like that all the time. I'm not trying to lose. I'm not trying to lose money. But who else we got? Yeah, I think I did pick Malik Monk. We started just talking about LaMelo Ball. He shut down for the rest of the season. He only played 22 games.
There's no, there was no reason for him to keep playing.
Ain't no reason to play him.
I was surprised they brought him back, honestly.
Is it, man, these brothers, man, with these lower body injuries is
not a good
People
look.
are trying to say is LeVar Ball's fault because of the shoes? Because Lonzo was wearing those at first? We don't know.
We'll never know.
We would never know.
Nah.
You don't know how his technology, you don't know how the shoes actually were unless you actually bought a pair. So I don't want to hear you bringing that to me unless you have a pair of those shoes to know.
That's the only way you go. The injuries.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna speculate that those shoes weren't good for him. I'm not gonna.
Do y'all even know anybody who bought some when they came out?
No, I don't know nobody who bought them.
I feel like it was an unnecessarily high price point.
It was $700 for a pair of shoes?
Yeah, it was very unnecessary price point. And I feel like anybody on Twitter talking about his sneakers that he was wearing, if you don't have a pair, I'm not listening to you talk about that. Because we don't know. All of us have had Nikes.
There's so much fluky things that can happen.
Yeah, like, no, bro, I'm not going to go with that. Now, his brother
just bust out his Kobe's yesterday. Anything can happen in any shoe.
Anything can happen.
Chill.
Zion bust out his shoes at Duke.
Manu Ginobili busted out of a shoe.
Like, come on, man. Say what? What'd you say?
Manu Ginobili busted out of a shoe.
He did.
I bet he was going left when it happened.
Probably.
How often did he go right? How often?
Just to get back to his left?
Or he going right, he had to do like a little scoop under, and he gonna use his left hand to do the little scoop.
He's gonna finish with that left.
But that sucks, but I'm not shocked. I mean, it's 58
this is tough
games
for the development.
No, it is, but 58 games over the last 2 seasons. That's a nice little tidbit you put in there, Jonah. But because I didn't know it's been 58 games he's missed over the last 2 seasons. That definitely helps with development. It helps with chemistry with your teammates. There's only so much you can do outside of like talking to him, hanging out with him. Playing on the court is how you gonna get your chemistry for real. Like, you know, everybody instincts, how they're gonna move, where they're gonna run to, how they're gonna run. Like, he's a point guard. He run the show.
Big time athlete. he's a functional athlete, but he doesn't have much rim pressure. He shoots a lot. I mean, he's a big guard, so it's obviously going to affect some explosiveness.
6'6".
Yeah.
And quickness, but like those are just good reps for maybe seeing what he could have worked on in this time, what he could have already. Because like with Ant, for example, we see him tooling around with playmaking. Is it still there? No, but these reps are so important for these young players, especially on a team like Charlotte, who has nothing to lose.
Nothing. Brother, nothing.
Go ahead. Hey, LaMelo, go work on your post game tonight. You're 6'6". There's a 6'3" guard out there. Go get a paint touch.
Let's on the latter end, it's working out well for Brandon Miller. Like, he's getting some great reps for him.
Hey, he's having
it around from the start.
Hey, he's having a great season. If it wasn't that for that young man in San Antonio, he might be Rookie of the Year. Ain't no might.
He would be.
Would it be Chet? If it wasn't for Wemby.
Probably Chet.
Yeah. I don't like giving it to the dude who sits out. I know it's.
I hate that.
We'd have a Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell conversation.
I hate that so much. I understand it. They didn't play their rookie year. But guess what? They were hurt. That's not the new real rookie's fault that this person missed the whole season. That's just how I feel about it. But it just sucks.
He was around the team for a whole year. Around the organization, facilities, whatever. He was hurt, whatever. He was doing something productive while you were in class.
It's unfortunate though the Charlotte Hornets is making this they're going backwards because they was just in the play-in.
Mark Williams has been injured all season for them too.
That's tough.
Like, he's had a back injury for the entire season.
Yeah, so it's like you had like a nice little. They fired their coach, didn't they? After that play-in.
Yeah, Borrego.
Still,
they lose
Clifford
to.
They lost.
They lost
Clifford's back.
That is not the coach. I don't know if that's the coach you need for that. I don't know, man. He's so hard-nosed.
He knows he's not the coach for that.
He's a bridge guy.
He said something.
Them dudes ain't listening to him, man.
He said, like, we just don't have... Or maybe that was Monty talking about the talent, but...
Monty was, too, talking about, it's... You can't... Steve Clifford not the coach for a team like... First of all, a coach like Steve Clifford shouldn't even be a head coach no more in the NBA, honestly. I think...
Nah, they brought in one of their guys who was just...
Yeah, them coaches like that
he's cool with the organization.
Couple of years, flip it around.
It's time from that's like a Stan Van Gundy situation. Like, he went to the Pelicans. Like,
hey,
them type of coaches, paycheck. Yeah, them coaches shouldn't even be in the league no more. Like, them days over with. These young dudes can't deal with that type of shit.
Yeah, we trust you for the next 2 to 3 while we figure out everything else up top.
Yeah, and he knows what's going on. He's getting his. What he probably making? $3 million a year?
$3 million, probably.
Dylan,
chilling.
Imagine the plane rides with this team. Imagine the bus rides to the stadium with this team as a coach. Steve Clifford. Think about Steve Clifford and think about this roster of guys. Think about shoot around.
The freestyle
shit he be hearing. Oh my God, bro. The shit he be hearing probably.
Acting like they're at damn high school.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
No one stands up on the bus ride. Nobody talks.
Oh my God. Imagine that locker room. Imagine that locker room. Insane. But shout out to LaMelo Ball. Get well soon, young man. I missed this news. Joel Embiid is gonna return to Philly soon. I don't know why. They are the AFC. They just look so bad without him, but I mean, if he's not coming back this week, why is he coming back at all? Because is it this week he's coming back?
He should. It's this week.
I saw, because he was questionable for one game. I saw that notification about, but we talked about last week.
He needs to sit. He needs to sit the Olympics out.
He better not even attempt. Dog, if I'm the front office,
history with him is already crazy. Just sit down, bro.
Sit down.
I don't know what the approach is anymore with him because the idea was give him rest days. This is a few players I'm actually cool with getting rest days. It makes sense. But they tried it out and it didn't work out well for him. He couldn't get up. I mean, obviously he was still hooping, but he wasn't at full potential. And he still had injury issues pop up. It's just kind of inevitable, it seems.
It's who he is.
It is.
We know Joel.
So to finish off the season, They got Thunder tomorrow, Heat, Grizzlies, Spurs, Pistons, Magic, Nets to finish off the season. And the last game of the season, April 14th, a Sunday afternoon game.
That sounds like 3 wins.
I don't know why he coming back. It's April 1st. April 14th, the season end. I think the play-in is the next day or the 16th or something like that. So it's like, what are we doing?
I think it's the 18th and 19th.
Okay. Does the play-in when the play-in start?
I think so.
Know.
It's quick. It's a quick turnaround.
Play-in. Okay, the play-in is from April 16th to the 19th. Then the first round starts. Because you got, I forget you got so many games to get done. But we say all that to say, if the Sixers end on the 14th, and then they play on the 16th for the playoffs, the play-in, is like, why we bring
2
back 2
weeks to ramp up? Yeah.
What are you gonna do if Joel ain't come back tomorrow? I feel like this is like let's see. Tomorrow is the 2nd. That's when they play. They play on the 4th, and they play on the 6th. They got a back-to-back. They play on the 7th and the 9th, 12th, 14th.
And he gonna sit one of them back-to-backs out. Let's be real.
I'm just interested to see what the minutes look like and how many of these games coming up he actually plays.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that'll tell us a lot. Yeah,
because you sit in the 8th spot now in the play-in. So what are you gonna come out of this? Are you gonna beat the Bulls? Or are you gonna beat the Heat?
Even if they do, how far do they get? Just go sit.
Embiid is not gonna be healthy enough to go against the Boston Celtics if they make it the 8th seed. Or they're not gonna be healthy enough. He's not gonna be healthy enough against the Bucks in the 7th seed. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to bring back somebody who, like you said, has already had lower body injury since the beginning. Like, this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut it down. You're not making a run. You're just not.
I just have so much uncertainty with them in general because Tobias is expiring. All those other guys are they have like 3 guys that are contract next year.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a whole fresh new team.
Yeah, what do you Paul George watch?
What's this team gonna accomplish?
Nothing. They're not gonna accomplish anything.
Take a seat.
Yeah, they're not gonna accomplish anything.
Rock out in the play-in.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything.
Tobias try to get his value up so he can, finesse somebody for another 3 years.
Yeah, or man, it's rumors that Paul George might be trying to get to. They've been trying to get Paul George to Philly.
He's always in and out of rumors. It seems.
Yeah, if he doesn't re-up with the Clippers, I saw like 6 different teams that he's linked to. So
Paul George, Maxey. Hey, Paul George might be that third option they need, low key. But it don't matter who they get for a third option if Embiid is not healthy. So that don't even matter who you get. If
it's
Embiid
gonna be in the equation irregardless.
Yeah, like if he ain't healthy, it doesn't matter at all at that point. But hey, Joel, whatever you do, man, try to stay healthy, man. Get well soon. We love watching you play, big fella. Look,
I'm not trying to see 80% Joel out there for the play-in.
No, hell no, because that's not going to do us anything. It's not going to do anything for us to get an 80% Joel Embiid.
That's just going to ruin the season 80%, he was having. Yeah.
Now, I could get it if it was like 80% because like an arm was hurting. 80% and it's your knee, ankle? Nah, brother. No.
Only lower body thing you can get away is like a hamstring.
Yeah, maybe. We're not. Maybe, right. That's a big maybe. We're not doing that.
Harden and Chris Paul play through it, and it still wasn't good.
Yeah, exactly. And he don't even move like them. So it was like a hamstring. No, I'm straight.
Yeah.
So get well, Joel. Hope you just don't play. The Brody, as they call him, they still call him that. He coming back to the Clippers. What was it? It was a wrist hand injury.
Hey, the fan with the balloon head called him Westbrook. So
wait, was this the altercation that I saw?
Yeah, the guy was wearing a balloon hat.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Russ
Westbrook's back. Good for him.
Russ was coming back. The Clippers on a 3-game win streak. and they're in the 4th spot. They're kind of shaky right now. From what it looks like, it's looking like Harden and Lou is beefing back and forth in the media. I don't know if I'm reading this right. Am I reading that right? It
sounds like they're going subtweets back and forth.
Yeah, or just in the not even tweets. Like Lou is responding to stuff in press conferences and saying things. So I don't know what's going on there with Harden and Lou. I don't know if he's saying like he's not in control of the ball enough, or I don't know what's going on.
All I know is they're likely to play the Pelicans or the Mavericks. I don't think I like them in either of those matchups.
No,
unless they get tough together.
One.
Hey, we already know Luka murders the Clippers, destroys them.
Like them.
He does not. I don't know what it is when he played the Clippers. It's like he goes into like a different mode of shooter, just killing when he plays the Clippers. So I would love to see that. And it's crazy. Listen, just last week we just said the only reason Dallas is not out of the play-in is because everybody else is winning. So everybody else started losing, and they kept winning, and they went from the 8th to the 5th spot just that fast. Since last week, we was just talking.
Hey, it doesn't take much for these teams to move up and down.
They just need to get top 6, and they'll be straight.
Man,
Dallas, that's always the goal for those teams is getting that top 6.
Man, I low key. Man, these are some crazy matchups. Dallas Clippers can happen. Minnesota Pelicans can happen. That's insane. That's a crazy first round. Now, since you're a Wolves fan, would you rather Pelicans or Dallas in the first round? As a Wolves fan, Jonah.
I mean, I'm still not high on Dallas, but I'd rather play the Pelicans and Luka.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Yeah.
When
you
get Luka's in that tier where you don't want to play him.
Oh my God, you just know what the fuck is
going to
happen.
He's officially in that. Say what you want about his team playoff success. You don't want to face him when it's a series.
No, and he'll throw it off the scoreboard and scoring your ass.
That was crazy.
It was nuts. He's in a mode now where you don't want to play him in a playoff series.
He had his season he had 32. I don't know what the other
32,
stats
8,
were.
And 6 or something.
Something crazy.
Over
at half. 17 minutes.
They have.
Come on now.
Hey,
it was 6.
I want to see him get on that mode against my team.
No, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
I got things to throw at him, but I don't want it.
Luka,
if he gets an underhand scoop on my team, I'm throwing chairs.
That was embarrassing, bro. Yeah, he laughing. When a motherfucker do that
don't
and
laugh
laugh
after that shit too.
Laugh.
The audacity to put that shot up.
Make it. Laugh. Laugh. Not just like a chuckle. Laugh. You saw all his teeth. He was laughing so hard. You gotta punch.
That happened game 4, round 1. I'm swinging,
bro. You gotta put in somebody who never plays. Go foul this man hard. Do something. This is embarrassing on your home floor, man. Cooking him, but I don't know what Russ was being Russ in his minutes he got off the bench.
Yeah,
It's
nice to have him back, but they got bigger issues.
Yeah, they got bigger issues. Yeah, they got really more issues than that. So, at first I was really high on the Clippers to make a deep run. I just don't know no more. I think they can be a first round exit for sure.
A couple weeks ago, I was like, yo, this might be the year. Had me convinced Kawhi was top whatever in the league, whatever you want to say again, the way he was hooping, but
yeah. And now,
Paul George is kind of that same category of. He's had some really weird single-digit scoring games this year, here and there. I mean, Harden is. I'd say Kawhi is the most reliable, but it's mostly by default because of Harden and Paul George.
It does look like Harden's the go-to, or not Harden. Kawhi's the go-to. They get stagnant on offense. Harden's doing Harden ball.
They are very stagnant on offense for sure. And I don't know, that team just looks different now. Man, at first it sounded like they was really had it figured out. And I guess like soon as Russ got hurt, I mean shit changed. But that's when like stuff started happening between Lou and Harden. Man, is Harden really just a cancer? Like what? Like
hey, there's a lot of places where he seems to be the one that keeps coming up.
I really thought. No, yeah, I really thought it was going well with them. I really thought it was. I really thought this was, and I guess I was wrong because this drama, and it was weird to even see Ty Lue even talk about this shit. I'm like, yo, he didn't like, no commented or nothing. It was like he said what he said. Fuck, okay, all right. So, well, I'm glad to see
figure it out.
Yeah, you better figure it out.
Couple
So
weeks.
playoffs on his way. Shout out to Russ. Glad you're back. Mitchell Robinson came back. That was a weird ass saga all season. None of us knew when he was coming back.
He was out for the year. They filed for a disabled players
exception,
like return, so they could sign someone, and then they're like, no, never mind, he'll be back.
Yeah, like back. It was. Here he is.
It was 50 games, right?
I think so.
It was a long time.
I like Mitchell Robinson, but they can't. This is not 2011, man. He played too many minutes. He can't play that many minutes.
He's like look at how the Clippers play Zubac. I'd say around that kind of 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah,
especially with Hardenstein. His role getting a little more solidified. His plays
his passing and his offensive skill set, I think, fits things so much better.
Oh my God!
Did you know he's black?
I was just about to bring that shit up, dog.
Hardenstein.
Somebody was like, his mama must be pasty white. His mama is pasty white, bro. Like his dad is black.
German. I know that.
Like, his dad is black. Like his dad ain't like it ain't like his dad is mixed. His dad is black. And
I thought his dad was gonna look like Kid and Play or something, like Kid and Play, and his mom was white.
His dad don't look like he don't. That shit blew my mind because they asked him on the podcast on Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson podcast, bro. I had no idea that young man was black. Clip. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a crazy mixture right there. That's nuts.
He said they call me bright skin.
Yeah. He is kind of
crazy.
He is bright. But yeah, I don't know, man. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson being back. I like his game, but I feel like his minutes should be lessened, especially in these playoffs, because it's
a certain role.
Yeah. He's a
defensive big.
He's a Joakim Noah, but in the wrong era.
Without the passing.
Yeah, like you can't. Yeah, you can't never forget about Joakim's passing. But
I feel like Joakim would be phenomenal in our era still.
Oh, Joakim? Joakim and Andrew Bogut back in the Warrior days.
It'd have to be situational.
Yeah, but I think Noah definitely will be good in this era. I think for sure.
Off to him after your point guard gets blitzed, he makes the right pass. You're chilling.
Oh yeah. Or they try to run that defense. Shit. Yeah, put him at the top of the key, run the offense. You got shit moving around and shit. He can pass.
He's just watching.
Yeah,
I think the good thing for the Knicks though is they've been able to see what some of these guys that Tibbs might have not played it. Like Hardenstein had a rough start to his Knicks tenure. Like he was in and out of the rotation. They couldn't really find out how to fit him in. Yeah. And then when they were forced to, they figured it out. Same thing with like Deuce McBride. He couldn't figure it out. He figured it out. Josh Hart. Yeah. He had his weird start to the year where he's terrified to shoot the three like he always does. And then he had his tear where he's just a rebounding machine. So sometimes you just got to have like someone go down to figure something out. You hope they get their guys back.
You're absolutely right about that.
They can incorporate back in when they get healthy too.
Mm-hmm.
No, you absolutely right about that.
Just hope they're a little stronger at that smaller role once you jump into it a little more. Mm-hmm. But we have no idea what's going on with that.
No, they still the fourth seed.
And then if you're called on, just be solid. Let's say you do get some, 30 minutes in one playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
But they got their core in piece to where it doesn't feel like a make or break, which is good.
Yeah, this is going to be an ugly Knicks Magic in the first round. The over-under on three-pointers made per game.
Taking us back in time.
That shit might be 5 with both teams combined.
Think Jalen Brunson is hunting for fouls?
Has that been a thing lately? Like people
somebody came out and said some execs think that's how he gets his points. I think, he's skilled. Obviously, he can get his.
I don't think he's as shameless as others, but he does his fair share of it.
He does. I'm with you.
mostly
It's
from
not
game
shameless.
too. It's unfortunate.
Some players be shameless with it, like, dude, we know what you're doing. But I never thought of watching Brunson. I never really thought of him doing that. But shout out to him
I think
with
he
his
gets the benefit of some
61
calls because he's smaller.
He does.
But that just happens.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 61 he just scored last week? Even though it was losing
61.
effort against the Spurs, but shout out to him against 60 and
Wemby
60.
got his first career 40 piece that game too.
Wemby, man.
And then he threw the ball in the stands.
The throw the ball in the stands part.
And Brunson was in the background of the camera. That was a good shot.
Looking crazy. We told y'all last year what could potentially happen. And I don't think we thought it was going to be like this. With Wemby. I got to talk about him every week.
Every week.
This man, y'all don't want people to realize, like, listen, man, look, buckle up. He's still learning the game. He just out there playing. He does not have an NBA body. He don't know what he's doing. He just out there having fun. Watch when he started getting like that KD body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, I'm telling you,
the skinny strong.
Don't let the Spurs get 2 lottery picks too. I don't care what happens.
They already shut down Sohan and who was the other player? Vassell and Sohan are done.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Listen, man.
Yo, don't let them.
He doesn't even know.
He's going to be more of a problem. He doesn't even know all the.
Year. Yeah, he don't even know where all the defense is coming from yet. He doesn't even know. He's rookie year. The shit he's doing. What is he averaging, like?
He could 4 be top blocks 10 next year.
Absolutely.
Take him off a minute. Take him off a minute.
You could probably make an argument for top 20.
Yes, right now.
Right now.
You can make an argument for top 20 right now.
That's correct.
If we sit back and think about it, because it's gonna be hard on the spot on a pod. If you sit back by yourself and go through the league, you could find yourself saying, you know what, I could put him in that like 17 to 20 range. You could put him there. Flat 20, you could probably put, if you actually sit back and think about it. If you just go off what you've watched this season, number 20, if you want to do 25, top 25, I think he's there.
I was about to say, start with the All-Stars. Let's see where he fits in.
Top 25, I think he's there. If you go off the All-Stars, if you off that list alone, like you said, so he could be top 25 right now.
Even when we did our All-Star picks in West, he was kind of in the honorable mention category already.
It's the rookie thing. He's not going to get it, but he.
Yeah, man. Like,
if it was going to be somebody, it could have been.
Man, listen. This dude is phenomenal. Like, we've never seen this. Stop saying why can't Bobo? Bobo's not a. Listen, man. What this man is doing, he's different. This is real generational, right here. Think about, we're about to lose a generational player who actually said the end is near. That fucked me up. He never says that.
I don't believe it.
I got like 10 notifications on my phone from that.
April Fools. I'm not.
I watched him talk about this. They asked him.
I don't care if it was yesterday.
He said, and the way he was talking, it was like real. He's like, yeah, you know, I ain't got 21 more years, but the end is. Oh, that fucked me up hearing Bron actually say it. Because we know it's there.
I need like 3. I need like 3 years.
No, but I keep telling y'all, man, 3 years, we're not getting 3 more Bron years, bro. We're not.
For his
I really stand on that.
In 20 years.
Yeah, like, bro, like, I really don't see him. I think we got 2 years max. I think. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna.
I'll log off right now.
Bye.
Damn.
No, really? I'm not gonna turn this into no bro. We got like 2 more things to talk about. I'm not gonna just go on a Bron tangent, but I think it's 2 more years. Wait, just to look on his face, it wasn't like no cracking, no smile. It was like, listen,
2, 3
years. The man is 39. Ain't he 39? 39.
Vince Carter could play till he's 40, whatever.
What was Vince Carter doing? What was Vince Carter doing his last season? I'm not trying to see Bron look like that. I'm not trying to see him look like that.
It will not. 41-year-old Bron is not going to look like 41-year-old Vince Carter. There's no way.
You still don't want that one season where it's a little iffy, though.
Yeah, I don't want. He's been above
What's
25.
What's a little iffy for LeBron at 42?
20 points a game.
16 points.
You know how people get.
I'll take that. Give me
fuck all
give
that.
it all. I need pause.
No. You funny.
Keep that basketball reference page looking nice.
Yeah, we don't want I don't want to look like when I do Kareem's. I scroll like, them last 2 years it was like
teens.
God.
Yeah.
I think that last year was a single digit. I think it was that last year. So we don't want to see Brown like that.
We don't want Celtics Shaq.
Yeah. Oh God.
No, there's no way.
Celtics Shaq was shameless. Celtics Shaq was so shameless at that point.
45, 46-year-old Brown.
Yeah, that'd take a
Shaq was looking for a ring so bad. He went to Cleveland. He went to Boston. He wanted a 5th ring so bad. He wanted a 5th ring. Shameless. But anyway, now this last, you know what? We can talk about Dallas real quick since we was already talking about them, and then we finish off with Minnesota. Dallas on a 7-game win streak. We already said we had to say about them. We still think they can make a deep run. I still think they still can. You get in the where they at now in the fifth spot. If you're in the 5th spot, you play the first seed, right? Yeah, you play first seed. So who knows if you get past Denver, but Dallas, like you said, Jonah, Dallas is not a team want to play.
I'd take that matchup all day.
Yeah, you got
Denver versus Dallas. That'd be a good time.
I'll definitely take that because listen, you need shot makers in the playoffs, and what Dallas got, 2 of them. Kyrie, hey even these you would never think
additions.
Oh man, it's going.
PJ Washington and Gafford, like when those 2 are in the lineup now, it's their best lineup.
Yeah,
it's like those guys have done wonders to that team.
They have, and we said that. We said we like those additions. So, I think
Derrick Jones Jr. With all due respect,
What else?
Still gets his.
He does. He still gets his thing.
Random plays.
Yeah.
7-game win streak, and they're 9-1 in the last 10. So they're really cooking. I don't even know when the last loss really was against who. I don't even know who it was, but
8 games ago.
Yeah, they're cooking. I don't even know who that was at this point. 8 games ago. Was that 2 weeks ago? Was that 2 weeks ago?
They just have a favorable schedule. I saw they played Utah twice and Sacramento twice.
Hey,
and
but
then, you still got to win your games.
I mean,
they beat Houston, and Houston was on a run.
Yeah, they were. Houston was.
It's not like they're playing nobody.
They were up 20.5 that game.
Yeah, that was Houston's first loss
Houston
in
at 48.
Weeks. You know what I'm saying? So Houston 9-1 in the last 10 games. So shout out to Dallas.
Still hoping to get over the hill there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think
go ahead. My fault.
Can.
You see,
I just think the Houston can still catch the Warriors.
I think they can too. I'm actually pulling for that. But
honestly,
this last story before we get out of here, man, is I had no idea what was really going on. This Wolves ownership drama. What? Fill me in.
We can't have anything normal.
What is going on out there with A-Rod and all? What's happening? What I miss?
Essentially, the owner that is already in place. Well, everyone already hates him. He's the reason why KG's number isn't retired still.
That's insane.
Dickhead.
Let's start there. That's crazy.
Nuts. He thinks he can. Well, the A-Rod side saying he has seller's remorse that he wants to make because the team is valued so much more than it was when they originally started this. The sale 2-3 years ago, which makes sense. Team's been playing better, a lot more fan attention.
Yeah,
that's going to boost value.
Probably bringing in so much too.
Mm-hmm. And just, I'm sure there's a natural increase in every team, anyways, because the NBA is a growing league. They make a lot of money. Salary cap's always moving up. They're doing something right.
TV deals and shit.
TV money steady coming in.
But he pretty much said they didn't meet an agreement and said they didn't meet some contractual thing. And had some weird beef over them building an owner's suite, which is like it's weird, stupid rich people shit, but it's a very normal thing for an owner to have a suite. Is that what
it is for real?
He thought it was like super weird. He's barred them from entering the facility now and like going behind in the tunnels and stuff. It's like it's like a rich people petty war.
Oh God.
Wow.
It's low key hilarious because it's out of the stratosphere of 99.999% of people be in the situation, but like dog. And pretty much there was some other report about the guy who was partnering with A-Rod pretty much saw J-Lo as an asset too because they were dating at the time and they thought they would have more money then. It's messy.
But how you gonna account for somebody's wife?
Somebody who
angles.
Right. What the hell?
We've seen every single
y'all
weird
can't have
angle
shit
of
nice.
it.
Y'all got all this good publicity going on. And that is
The
bullshit.
only worry I have personally is the luxury tax bill, because we have a lot of people to pay next year.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it means. That's the only real concern. Everything else is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Like the real concern is like they just got to figure something out moving in next year. But
yeah,
that's wild.
It's
I
probably
heard
in the
something
court.
about like moving the actual team out of the city and some other stuff.
Well, everyone just kind of thinks that's Glenn's PR move because it's going to get maybe anyone on his side. And he specifically does want to keep them here. That's like his thing. And second of all, it takes so much money to move a team. You're not moving a team when they're good. And there's two teams that are coming in the next decade, likely. And we know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
So they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's
that's
like
a good point. You can't,
it's like
stuck.
Yeah, where are you gonna go? You're not gonna put another team in Vancouver. Like
the two most possible places are getting filled.
I think Canada teams are out.
Yeah, Vegas and Seattle. We all know it's like the worst kept secret. Seattle and Vegas. It's the next two things. Like we all know.
Maybe Mexico City might be that first one.
Oh, shit!
They got the G League team down there now.
They got the Capitanes.
I forgot about that. Do Seattle get the Supersonics again?
Can
you
crazy.
do that? Can you do
it should be the Supersonics. I don't care what the Thunder got to do.
We saw.
And what happened to football?
We've talked about it with the whole Bobcats, Hornets,
Pelicans, Hornets. Ugh.
Weird trio of shit.
I think you can because when the Cleveland Browns left Baltimore, they left Cleveland, went to Baltimore, came to Ravens, and Cleveland came back. So I guess you could do the same thing in the NBA. Because
give me the Supersonics.
Because at this point, OKC don't even use
timeless.
Seattle nothing for like throwback jerseys. They don't even use them. So
it's gone.
It's a whole nother franchise to me at this point.
It's really like the Supersonics didn't exist.
Yeah, that's what
start them up.
Yeah, like
I was 8 years old when it happened.
Was about to say, so I saw one Durant Seattle jersey and it's been nothing but OKC since.
Yeah, like you got to think about it. After you, Jonah, if you're 20, you don't know shit about the Seattle Sonics. Nothing. So yeah, bring back Seattle Supersonics. Period. Don't bring another team to Seattle and name them something else. That is not gonna fly. That is not gonna work. Because the Supersonics should have never left in the first place. It's a good basketball town. It's a good basketball city. What the fuck?
Pacific Northwest has so much hoop talent.
So much hoop talent up across. What are we doing? Why? The women's team is still there. And they don't tell you anything. If a women's team is still there.
They got like the same branding
and
colors
still rocking.
too.
Yeah.
Still rocking. Come on now. That should have been happening. But
go ahead.
Anything else? Oh, player of the week. So me and Jonah don't have a player of the week. But Zoe does.
Go ahead.
And Zoe gonna go ahead and rock. Well, Jonah might have one. I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't have one. So
go ahead, Jonah. Because I got my two. So you go ahead and rock out.
I'm rocking with Grant Williams.
Oh, he's on. I don't know. See,
why did I say Grant Williams?
Yeah, okay.
I'm even watching
Grant
NBA.
Nelson.
Oh, I'm gonna say, damn, he was locked
Grant
in.
Williams. Grant Williams will personally never be one of my player of the weeks.
I'm about to say, what was he doing this week? I saw Draymond try to kick him in the nuts. I saw that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's
the only thing I saw about Grant Williams.
Draymond, stop skipping your Zoom appointments.
Please stop.
Anyways.
Oh, my God. But please stop.
He came back
Grant
out of
Nelson of Alabama. Fun story. He kind of blew up on Twitter pretty much. Scouting guy on Twitter saw him. It was last year. I mean, he was putting up good numbers at North Dakota State. North Dakota kid. Crazy athleticism. And he ended up getting in Alabama. I mean, he had a lot of transfer offers. It was the right move for him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of had some draft buzz, but went to Alabama.
Draft buzz, I was thinking he might make that jump last year because it was there.
But once he went to Alabama, it's like, yeah, you kind of see the levels to this shit. It took him some time, but hey, he made some huge plays in that Alabama game. I believe it was the North Carolina game. He was going crazy. Some big blocks, some big finishes. Big dude, athletic. So that's cool to see. A transfer success.
Is he going to the draft?
I believe so. I think he's out of eligibility now.
Oh, okay.
I think he could be a 10 or a two-way guy. He has the athleticism and good size.
Yeah.
Needs to round things out, but teams will like those tools.
Yeah, you two-way, especially they look for those. you look for those type of players in the NBA. So
moldable things.
Yeah, exactly.
Decent frame, athleticism, skill work was there. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like I said, I thought he might make that jump and get some second round look last year.
He had
up in the
some
G
buzz
League,
there,
but it was there.
Shout out Alabama, man. Alabama basketball. That's crazy. We always just know about Alabama football. Now we know about them. Shout out him. Who your two you got, Zoe?
One of the guys we already talked about, Zach Edey, putting up big numbers in the tournament.
He is. He just looked, bro. It was like no one could even guard him.
There's a space for the big man, yo.
Got to. I love the big man.
Yeah. Disrespected, but let's not
just put up 40 and
exactly.
And I get why. I mean, the big man is not, a thing like that. Like people don't really give a fuck about a big man like that, especially in this type. The hoops now, you know what I'm saying? Everything is really guard heavy, and just to see a big man like Zach Edey have his team in the Final Four is dope. Because Purdue always, for some reason, choke. Always.
And have not choked.
They have not.
Not choked yet. Yet.
NC State might be one, but go ahead. What's the other one you got?
That's crazy. They finally make it to the Final Four and they got to face an 11 seed. That's like, damn, you should win. But if you don't,
you should.
Yeah.
We're on your ass.
Very Purdue. It's right on brand.
Yes, very much so.
Guy number 2, UConn Cam Spencer. I wasn't familiar with this dude before the tournament, but he's come in and surrounded with Klingon and Castle. He's, played very well. He's made a lot of good plays. Just a solid guy. I just like him.
Good off-ball guy.
Knock down a 3. Yeah. It's just a nice little blue guy with them. I'm not sure about this NBA draft buzz.
I've seen late second for him.
Late second? I like it. Just give him a shot.
I ain't seen nothing because I ain't looked at nothing yet.
He looks like he can play. Like you said, if you can shoot, you'll get a look. So, nice glue guy over there.
I don't want to cut you off,
DNA always helps.
But it's 15 seconds left in this game, and UConn is up 76-71. It looked like it was a fun second half.
UConn has missed 7 straight free throws.
This is why
y'all been watching
college basketball.
This is why what you said at the beginning of the show. This is why college teams foul like this. 7 straight damn free throws. There you go. But
LSU was missing free throws when they should have been.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was another one.
Juju got 27. She's 8 for 23. 27 and 10. Forbes got 24. Paige got 28. She was 11 for 23. Aaliyah Edwards 22 points. So it looked like it's gonna be UConn moving forward. Nice little matchup next round. Go. UConn versus Iowa. That's gonna be fun. It was gonna be fun regardless. Paige versus Kaylin or Kaylin versus Juju is gonna be fun regardless. But shout out Paige getting to the Final Four. But that was a good way to end the show. So with his last, his 2. Who was your second one again? I forgot that fast.
Cam Spencer.
Yeah, Cam Spencer from UConn.
Number 12 on the UConn Huskies.
On the UConn. Hey man. Why don't UConn get more? I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing the right thing. Maybe you guys have seen it. But why don't UConn why don't they get their fair shake in like the basketball culture or basketball like
blue blood conversation?
Not even that. You know what? I even think about that. That or just like what they've done for the game of basketball. We think about college sports, people talk about like Michigan and shit like that, but think about the UConn program.
That's a basketball school.
Yeah.
Think about
now that you mention it.
Think about UConn
eras.
Think about UConn basketball. Not even just the women.
Yeah.
We know about it, but think about Jim Calhoun and them boys, bro. UConn
Okafor back in the day.
UConn since the 90s
even
have been consistent. Think about each era they've had dominant stretches every era. Think about the players they had, the uniforms, their sneakers they had, bro. Like UConn don't get talked about like that. I feel like, and think about both sides. The men and women have been dominant. I don't know, man.
This is the women took over that school.
Yeah,
for so
women
long.
took for so like you
It's
said.
just
Final Fours on both sides this year.
Yeah, so I feel like UConn.
It's a bad.
UConn get missed in the
Same
talk.
with NC State.
Yeah,
NC State, both schools.
Crazy.
Put some respect on these guys.
Yeah, put some respect on them. I feel like UConn, man, in the basketball culture-wise, I feel like they need some more. The uniforms, the impact they've had on basketball. Some people favorite players. Kemba's run, that was UConn, man. That was, you think about at least Emeka Okafor. You think about Elamine. What's that? The short, stocky point guard. Elamine. What's his Elamine? He played with the Bulls. Yeah, he played with the Bulls for a second. He had a hot second with the Bulls. Think about Emeka Okafor and Stanley Robinson and all them dudes that Jim Calhoun had teams. And I feel like UConn never get his respect.
Shabazz Napier.
Yeah, Shabazz. Think about it. They had Jim Calhoun. They had like a little spurt where UConn was just bad. But then you had Kevin Ollie. They won. Damn, they won with Kevin Ollie.
They won with Kevin Ollie.
They had
year one?
Was that year one with Kevin Ollie's? Year two? They won with Kevin Ollie, and then they had like a little couple down years, and now they right back to it. UConn should be considered more, I feel like. That's just...
You're right.
I feel like they should, for both sides. I mean, I think, of course, UConn women get all the respect in the world. We know that. But I feel like UConn just don't get that. When you talk about that culture of college basketball, just hoops in general, or what people grew up on, like, UConn had a lot of fans growing up. I remember that. They always had big runs, but anything else before we get up out of here, man? Oh, it's final 80-73. That was the final score. So
23rd Final Four.
Yes, for Gino. That's
a lot.
Insane. 23rd, bro.
He's been doing this for a long time. That's crazy.
Fam, that mean how long he's been coaching? 30 years? 35?
Gotta be.
It felt like 1 year UConn was going to the Final Four every year. It felt like that for like 10 years. They went every year, bro.
It was a long time.
Like, it felt like they was not losing to anybody. But hey, man, we're at an hour 51. I don't have anything else to say. Do y'all have anything else to say? No. Man, enjoy these Final Four matchups. Man, we're gonna see y'all next week. I don't know what else we got else. Hope y'all on the brackets. I don't even know who's leading in our brackets. I'm about to check that. But let's see the leaderboard. For the men's bracket, the leader is Kelly Donnelly. I don't think I'm saying that right. I don't think that's Kelly. That's not Kelly. Donnelly, I don't know. But whoever this is, they picked Alabama to win.
Ooh.
And then second place is Winnie. And then the third place is Curry's winning bracket. I don't know these people. But if you are listening to this tomorrow, please shoot us a DM so we know. And for the women, the leader is Shiro's 54's pick 16. No clue. I don't know who these three.
Appreciate the support.
I should have told y'all to put y'all name down. But if you, when y'all listen to this, please DM us so we know. And when if you do win next week, so we know. If you don't DM us, if you don't win, I'm going to the next person. I'm just letting y'all know that now. I'm gonna give y'all 24 hours.
You got 24 hours. Yep.
To DM us. If you don't, when this thing is over with, I'm going to the next person automatically, so you know. But, hey, I appreciate the support y'all giving us on our TikTok page. Listen, y'all comments.
I don't even have one.
Man, y'all are going crazy over there. But follow us everywhere on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Uncommon Commentators. Follow us on Apple, on Spotify. Like and subscribe. Share, comment, do all those things. Do it, please. Y'all been doing it, man. I've been seeing y'all. Y'all been really been rocking with us heavy lately. We appreciate it. We're gonna keep being here for y'all. Till next week at the same time. This is Uncommon Commentators signing out. Peace.